Okay, solving equations involving absolute values. Now this is how you deal with an absolute value. You make a table to the right of the equation. You highlight the expression inside the absolute value and you put that on each side. Now why are we putting it twice? Because an absolute value could be a positive or a negative. For example, absolute value is the distance on a number line from 0. Okay, to be like to have an absolute value of 4, you could be at 4 or negative 4. So that's why two sides are needed. Now, first off, highlight that absolute value and just replace the whole thing with a d variable. Does d have anything with it? No, it doesn't. So we move that over here. So 4x plus 5 on one side. Now on the other side, you switch the side on both terms. Okay? So negative 4x plus negative 5. Okay? Now you solve it. Take out your 3x. So 2 equals 1x plus 5. Minus 5 minus 5. So negative 3 equals 1x. You can just get rid of the 1. So negative 3. Now take out your negative 4x plus 4x plus 4x. Okay? So 7x plus 2 equals negative 5. So take out your plus 2 with a minus 2. That's negative 7. Then divide by 7, you get negative 1. Now, with an absolute value, here's what if your d has an x in it, which it does, you need to plug both these answers in for x, okay? So parenthesize your x and just put negative 3 on top and then negative 1 on bottom. This d has to equal a positive, okay? So take 4 times negative 3 plus 5. That is not positive, so we discard that answer. Now take 4 times negative 1 plus 5. Okay, I got it. That's the only answer, okay? So it's not no solution. No solution is if they both equal a negative. They don't. Okay, next problem. Inside the absolute value, you have the expression 3x plus 4. Now, please replace that with just one variable, just the whole absolute value, put a d in for it, okay? Now, d is by itself, so we can just plug in 4x plus 8 over there. And on the other side, both the 4x and the 8 go to their opposite, negative 4x minus 8. Okay, so take out your 3x with a minus. So 4 is equal to 1x plus 8. Minus 8 minus 8, negative 4 equals 1x. You can just take the 1 out, you don't need it. Okay, circle it now. Plus 4x plus 4x. 7x plus 4 equals negative 8. Now minus your 4, that takes you to negative 11. Remember, once you get it to one side, make a wall, okay? So 7x equals negative 11. Remember, what you're doing with linear equations, you're getting x's on one side, the non-x's to the other. It's that simple. Similar to how you solve an AC quadratic equation, you don't have to square root it. That's a decimal, so you need to just leave that negative 11 sevenths. I don't want decimals, especially when they're inexact, because negative 11 divided by 7 never terminates, okay? Now, plug that in. Remember, you can't have a distance measured by a negative, so negative 4 and then negative 11 over 7. So 4 times negative 4 plus 8. Well, looks to me like that's disregarded. Now, take 4 times negative 11 sevenths and then add your 8. That's a positive, so that answer stays. That is called an extraneous solution, meaning we got it, but it doesn't work into the overall equation. Next one. Absolute value of 2x plus 5 equals x plus 24, okay? So you got 2x plus 5. Bring that into the other side. Just replace that with D. Okay, D's by itself, don't have to do anything, so we got x plus 24. And over there, you switch it to negative x minus 24. Put 1s in front of those x's, please. So get the x's on one side and get the non-x's to the other side. It's called variable terms to one side, constant terms to the other. It's really easy. Okay, now get your constant terms to the other side. So 1x equals 19, and that would be just 19. Okay, so add 1x. 3x plus 5 equals negative 24. So you minus your 5. So that'd be negative 29. Divide by your 3. And just leave that negative 29 thirds. Okay. So cross out your x, just put 19, and then negative 29 thirds. 19 plus 24 is a positive. I mean, that should be common sense. Now, negative 29 thirds plus 24, that's also a positive. You keep both the answers in. Okay, inside you got 6 minus 5x. Now replace that with d, but this time the d is going to have a coefficient. It's going to be 5d equals 15x minus 35. Now in order to know what d is, we're going to have to divide by 5. But then you have to divide both of these terms by 5 separately since they can't be combined. So d is equivalent to 3x minus 7. Okay, so 3x minus 7 and then negative 3x plus 7. So you minus your 3x from the negative 5x. So that's going to give you negative 8x plus the 6 equals negative 7. Then I minus the 6, negative 14. Then divide by negative 8. Now I don't have a problem with decimals. I just don't want those ones that go on like for eternity. Like that's fine. 1.75 is good. That terminates. And over here, why don't you add your 5x? You can do it the other way around if you want. So 6. I'll have my x's over there, that's fine. Now get your constants over here. So negative 1 equals 2x. Then you divide by the coefficient, not by the other number. You should not divide by negative 1. It's got to be by the x coefficient. You can put a decimal or just negative 1/2. Doesn't matter. Now put a times, parenthesize that, because we are going to put 1.75 and then negative 1/2. So 3 times 1.75 minus 7, that's a negative, then that's wrong, okay? Now, 3 times negative 1/2 minus 7, that's a negative, that's wrong, so guess what? That's a no solution.